Alright, Shalom. First of all, let's get say Kalim Bayal Bashim Yosha Bashim Havakakwadash. And double honest to the elders and apostles agree millstone, GMS, and do rule and teach well. Young brother here, and today I would like to talk about an interaction I had with Jake at my last camp. So you could watch it. It's pretty much like a block, the extra 20 minutes after my camp. You see that I stayed extra and kept the camera rolling. To go talk to this guy. And it was very spiritual. So I just left it. I left it on. Not to say that he was super spiritual, but he was asking spiritual questions, right? I was like, okay, maybe this guy's in the right spirit. It's not my choice, whether or not this dude's a hopeful elect or not. But I was asking some actually very good questions. It was an older Jake, as I said, couldn't talk too well. So I had to be very patient. I was patient with him, because he wasn't on some dumb shit. A lot of times these older Jakes, that's a rant. A lot of times these older Jakes will be on some like an old bottle spirit, I used to be a part of One West in the fucking in the 80s, dude. What were you? It's like, bro, why aren't you still teaching? Why'd you quit? You quit, bro. All right. And number two, right, we have 100% the truth. All right. We know way more now than we knew back then. All right. So you can't come to me with some old doctrine or something like that. Like, come on, dude. No, dude. Right. So let's run into it. Right. So he asked me a question. He was like, why are women the way they are? Right. He asked a couple questions. He asked, why are women the way they are? Right. And I was trying to answer him, but he just kept talking. Like, as I'm pulling out scriptures, he just kept talking. And it's like, I was like, and then he was talking about some other carnal stuff, and I was like, okay, I gotta, I want to taper this off so you can get out of here, right? But so he asked us like, why are women the way they are? Right? He said something like their humanity. I have a hard people say I have a hard time dealing with, like, why is their humanity that way? I'm like, why did you say it like that? Why don't you say like, why are they fucking assholes, right? So this is the book of Deuteronomy, 28 and 56. Right. The tender and delicate woman among you. Exodus start here. It's book Deuteronomy 28. And I'll start up here, right? Because I started up here. I'm trying to pass down the hearken to the voice of the Lord, thy power, right? Of course, the voice of the Lord, though, comes out through his men, right? Through his prophets, right? And when you read, it's the first chapter, it talks about how this lets people made a sport of the prophets and made fun of them. They were hunting them down and killing them. It was time like Obadiah, Jezebel, and all that. Into that history, they were hunting down the prophets and killing them. They had to hide in caves. They had to hide in caves, and even now, even before Jacob's trouble, we are still technically in hiding. I mean, even though we do come out here and we are public, we're making our videos, we do teach out in the streets. We're not, in our daily lives, 24/7. They're just saying what we feel, right? Because if we did, then you'd get arrested probably, or you'd never work. You'd be pretty much just like kicked out of everywhere. No one's gonna hire you, essentially, right? But we know that these things are gonna come. Remember, these are things that were in Matthew the 5th chapter, the Beatitudes, and it was warned to us by Yahushua in Matthew 24. That would be persecuted, things like that. That people would come after us. That this truth is gonna be something that's like everyone. Like, people are gonna be enemies of the truth. People are gonna be enemies of the truth, basically. And the rest were blinded, right? Right. Just going to pass and hark to the Lord, the positives of all his commands for commanding this day. This curse shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right? Will come and overwhelm you, right? Right? And these curses are pretty much, various ailments, maladies. I mean, you go into diseases, curse that shall be in the city, curse that shall be in the field, no matter where you go, right? Take hold upon, overtake, reach, attain, cause to reach. It will reach you, bro. It don't matter where our people are, what country, our people go to, whether it's Japan, China, Russia, it doesn't matter. These curses, follow our people, right? So this is Deuteronomy 28, skipping down to dude, I just had it too, bro. Man. Yeah, verse 56. The delicate and delicate woman among you, which would not venture. Actually, we saw it here, right? So the man sitting among you and delicate, his eye should be evil toward his brother, toward the wife of his bosom, toward the remnant of his children, which I should leave. Right? Which, did happen, and it's still happening. The eye of a man is evil towards his brother. That's why our people sell each other out. Whenever we had any sort of Black Lives Matter movement, like crabs in the barrel, anyone try to do something, someone else comes out and tries to take him. Well, he takes him down. They supplant each other, and they use Jacob to supplant each other. Because Jacob is a supplanter, as we all know, right? And then you have even with that, what was I going to say? Damn it, dude. Fuck. They use us against each other, and it works, right? So they will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children shall eat, because nothing left him in the siege and the straightness. The enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. Right? It's happened multiple times. We've been besieged, 70 AD. It's one that comes to mind immediately. The Northern Kingdom, I think they were being sieged for a time, and was it them or no. I think it's something else. They weren't sieged yet. They had a famine, and you could read about it in Kings, and they were eating like a cow's head or some shit, like bird dung. It's like, oh shit, and that stuff was a delicacy for them, which is, it's not really, you can laugh about it, but I mean, it's some real serious stuff. I mean, seeing stuff that's gonna happen to this place and thinking about that, you're gonna see rat burgers 50% off. It's probably gonna be like, $500 or some shit, and that's gonna be a delicacy for people. Oh man, I get to ask for fried rat. That's why we stick to truth, right? So the tender and delicate woman among you shall not venture to set the soul foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye should be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her brother, to her daughter, and toward the young one that cometh out from beneath her feet, between her feet, toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of things, and secretly in the siege, straightness wherewith the enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Right? So it's on the first part. Women are evil towards their husband, their sons, their daughters, right? To kill them. And I mean, you see stuff like that all the time. I mean, even now, women, our people, they'll be, locking their children in these hot ass cars and killing them, or fucking, lighting the house on fire with the kid in there or some shit and killing the kid. They're fucking bugged the hell out, right? So we can go into this one, this book of Isaiah. No, it's the 3rd chapter, right? Isaiah chapter 3. Right, let's go to the point. Yeah, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and willful, which just for the next long time eyes walk him and say as they go and make a tinkling with their feet. Their little ankle bracelets with the woman still wear. They will lower smite with the scab, the crown of the head of Zion, and the Lord will discover the secret parts, right? So the scabs in their head, that's why they're bald. That's why the so-called black woman, they don't have hair. And it is true. Like, I've been with one who was just literally, like, could not grow hair. Like, hair was always short. She just gave up. But I was stuck with her for a little bit, and things didn't go out because she just wanted to be a hoe. So that's never gonna work out. If you try to be hoeing, like, I'm not gonna sit here and co-sign that bullshit. So they gotta be sent packing. It is what it is, right? And nothing to worry about, because I didn't even read it, but Isaiah 4 is supposed to have a woman shall take over one man. So shit, doesn't even go into even during Jacob's trouble, man, women are gonna be a non-issue. That makes me like really happy. It's like, y'all were fucking clowning me before, saying, nah, man, you need to stop doing that teacher stuff. You need to get some hoes on you. You know what I mean? Like, man, shut up, dude. Women are a non-issue. Alright? And even with women, I'm not skipping the truth of a woman, bro. Like, come on, man. They're fucking, half of them are dumb as a box of fucking rocks, man. So, like, what am I gonna spend all my time worrying about that, right? But obviously I'm not talking about you righteous women, which are very few, but these women out here in the streets, bro, like, they fucking do dumb shit 24/7. Right? And there's talk about that too. The women are a weaker vessel. They don't manage their money, they don't manage their time, they're all fucking fat. Right, we're gonna go into all that, right? And the day that the Lord will take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about the feet, the clothing, the rounds at the moon, different bracelets and jewelry, and all the shit that they have on them, the chains and the mufflers and the mufflers, chains and bracelets and mufflers, right? The Lord's gonna take all that away when Jacob's trouble comes down. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands, the tablets and the earrings and the rings and those jewels, right? Changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the filings and the veils and the hoods and the veils, right? And it come to pass, instead of a sweet smell, it should be stink. Instead of a girdle, a rent, right? Instead of also hair, baldness. Instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, burning instead of beauty. Right? So pretty much, prophecy that women are going to be stinky, right? Stinky, smelly, right? Brothers will tell you. It's really like that, especially with that man, I heard, but this is a camp, not the camp that I go to. I was watching brothers at the main camp, watching one of their camps, and he was going into it. He said that someone that he knows slept with someone with a BBL, and like like the BBL, like the ass was like smelly, but the dude because the dude was a Jake in the world, he just kept hitting it. I was like, oh, ew, dude. So is when we getting these BBLs, and because like it's just so big, bro. Like you can't clean anything, so just shit just like cakes down there, bro. So it's like ew. Like one time, even yesterday, sitting here working, dealing with some clients or whatever, right? Talking to them and telling them where they gotta go, and I look down and I see a customer, like a nigga woman, just sitting down in the middle of like just sitting there, just sitting like right around me, right? And she's just fucking like scratching her ass, bro, like a fucking monkey. And I look over and the fucking ass is fucking like ashy, bro. Like I could see her whole ass because she was wearing them yoga pants, but she was like literally scratching like the crack of her ass, bro. And I looked down over there, I'm like, yo, that shit ashy as fuck. I'm like, who the fuck is hitting that? And I look at the face, I'm like, oh, this bitch is ugly as fuck too. I'm like, oh nah. It was a nigga woman too. I was like, oh nah. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. Ain't no way. Like, who the fuck? Nah, bro. Nah, it needs to be saved, bro. Nah, that one, it's confused, bro. Like, its only salvation is just getting destroyed. You know, it just needs to be destroyed. That's all. You know, it's disgusting. You know, it's a fucking orangutan, bro. Fucking wild Pokemon right there, bro. I'm gonna throw a Pokeball at that bullshit, right? Then men should fall by swearing their names in the war, right? And you know, pretty much that's the basics of that, right? So essentially, you know, to answer these guys' question, why are people fight, right? Why are they always against each other? Right? Why are women the way they are, right? Like they're fucking crazy and shit, right? You know, some of them be cutting themselves. As I said, they do dumb shit. You know, they cut themselves over stupid shit. They bug out over like the littlest shit. You know, they'll have whole phases. You know, where they commit adultery, and it's well, I'm gonna stop when I get older. You know what I mean? It's stupid. You know, if you're just gonna be that way, just be that way. You know, but then they fake and they switch and they not that way no more and blah 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 blah. They'll put men that they want to use do certain bullshit. The men that they really feeling with, they won't put them through the same bullshit. They got all these shit tests. I think that's what they call them, shit tests or whatever. Tests, you know. And all this stuff. You know, you say it on one hand, oh, I like you, but then at this other hand, you're always testing them, and it's like, yo, like, you really getting on my fucking nerves, bro. You know. They say, oh, you know, shouldn't be hitting on a woman, right? But then they fucking test men over and over and over again. And it's like, you keep testing them, you're gonna beat your ass eventually. You know, don't test men, bro. It should be obvious, right? Not that I co-sign hitting a woman, but, you know, it's just the way the female brain works. You know that if we put our hands on you, we're gonna get in trouble. So that's why you fucking just loose with that mouth, right? But yeah, I'm gonna let that be that. You know, the reason why women are the way they are is because of curses. The reason why people fight all the time is because of curses. And he was just going on some long story, and I was just like, oh my god, bro. I was trying to be patient. I'm not a very patient guy. Like, unless you're talking to me about the scriptures, then I'm like, man, I'm loving it. I'm all here for it. But as soon as you start talking about some other shit, and you're like, you're not a brother in the truth, man, I lose patience like real fast. I'm just like, son. You know, I know you guys can relate, but I'm going to be that, the one-eared flesh on.